Doing comedy is like going through rehab. It will drag all of your demons out of you, kicking and screaming. I'm going to say a lot of things that's going to shatter some of your hopes and dreams and ideas about what comedy is like. No matter how many people tell you you're brilliant, you're just like everyone else. You're working the craft, you're on the path, you're not bigger than the game. I like that you said that knowing how big your dick is useless information.
Oh, I know. That was random. So.
Yeah, it's not useless information it's only useless information to men. It's not useless information to us. It should be on your resume.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
I would change Beagle to something like Saint Bernard. I think Beagle's too hard to hear.
Okay.
Too hard to process and understand what you mean. German Shepherd, Saint Bernard, you know, or something that's easier. Poodle.
How about St. Louis?
It's a dog.
No, I know. The other joke.
Bobbie hates headliners. He cannot stand pressure of being the headliner.
I'm enjoying my cracker pie.
We got a big room to
Hey, I'm a pro.
I know you are.
It doesn't matter how many people.
It's going to be a fun one.
I'm clearly a draw. You were trying to get the audience to go with you on a roller coaster. And the black Pokemon thing, I think that, first of all, wang is an unusual word to use. I know you don't want to say you know what's so funny about him using wang right now? Hobby knows that I hate the word cock. And so, he and Ed used to have this game where they would try to tell jokes in class every week so that I would be forced in the feedback to say the word cock. Okay. So for him saying wang right now and me saying you should say cock or something is hilarious. Meeting Peter Marr, he's building me a stage, and so it's just going to be just lovely and just like a Zen comedy lounge. He actually, he's a handyman thing, whatever, on HGTV. So he's going to build a stage for me in exchange for sexual favors, and whatever else I need. You know, it's going to be awesome.
Will they at least give you pillows for your knees?
I actually have some knee pads. I'm a skater.
Okay.
Students who took the workshop a bunch of times told me one time, he goes, you know, I have a confession to make. He goes, the first couple of weeks, the first time I ever took the workshop, I hated you. And I was like, but I'm so charming. But you possibly... He goes, I was like, oh, why doesn't she just tell me what to write about? Why doesn't she just tell me what my persona is? And then he said he realized a few weeks into it, oh, she's letting it grow out of us naturally. So if I were you, I would drop that whole thing about your daughter. Because of the poop jokes, it's the grossest one.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Boom. And then I don't think you need the line about shitting in the tub. That whole thing. Because again, like, first of all, let's say this weren't about poop. Let's say it was something else. You still wouldn't want to have a 5-minute set on one thing, because if they're not into it 2 minutes in and you've got all your eggs in one basket, you're fucked. So she dropped out of school her senior year. She stayed up there in this apartment and just spent all the money, but didn't go to school. She then called me and was like, I have to move in with you. When did she say that? This was like a couple years ago. And then she came and stayed at our house. It was supposed to be temporary. Then she stayed at our house for a couple years. She was the biggest slob you ever met in your life. We fought constantly. I wanted her to die. And so finally, she wouldn't, finally,
She wouldn't die.
she wouldn't get a job. I mean, she tried to get a job.
Pause more.
Thank God they did not call me on to a trial, because I would have been the worst. Like, I was so drugged up about it.
Whatever.
I was going to pretend I fucked the defendant. That was my way. I was going to be like, Pookie.
So they're like, so they ask you questions, you're like, I don't know, I can't get past the fact that he's so hot, like you're gonna say stuff like that.
I've been looking at him like, you know me, boo. That's racist, I know, I'm sorry.
Boo?
Pookie, not boo. Boo's only slightly racist.